I challenged my friend, LividNNeon, to a Minecraft Lockout challenge, and it was really weird. Before we begin, I want to discuss the rules of a Minecraft Lockout challenge. At the beginning of the game, we are given a Minecraft map that's divided into 25 different segments, kind of like a bingo board. Each segment contains an image of an item. Once you collect that item, your opponent is no longer able to collect it, and he is locked out from collecting it. First person to get 13 items, or get the most items within 20 minutes, wins the round. And on top of that, we decided to do a best of 3 to determine the winner. Game 1. At the beginning of Game 1, I started off with an acacia biome, and it had a village right next to me, which put me at a massive advantage. I immediately started running to it, and after running to the village, I crafted a piece of bread, finishing the first objective of the lockout in just 30 seconds. Then, all of a sudden, in the middle of the video, Neon decided to get food. No problem.
My family ended up feeding me, that's why I had to pause.
Yeah, I get that.
Right, so for the video, in the midst of this entire thing, I am eating. I am now eating.
About 20 seconds later, I proceeded to capture my second objective of the lockout by getting a bucket of lava. And about 20 seconds or so after that, I captured my third objective by getting a bucket of water. I then proceeded to tell him something which I shouldn't have. Because I can take it now, right? Technically, we both can craft it. It's the barrel. Both of us can craft it. I told him probably the easiest objective he could have gotten, and got so lucky because it went right over his head when he went to take a bite of his food. Shortly after, we got probably one of my favorite clips from the video. Like the watermelon one.
Oh my god.
What?
Sorry, first time I'm ever experiencing this cave update, and this thing is just beautiful.
Yeah, I get that.
Holy cow.
I had that exact reaction. I then scored an egg, which gave me another point. About 5 seconds later, Neon was able to score a point by getting rotten flesh, which means he scored his first point in this whole video. Good job, dude. Now you only have 12 more to score to get a majority win. I found a jungle biome which gave me many opportunities to score more points. As we entered the jungle biome, we found watermelons, allowing us to put another point on the board. After a bit of time, I was able to find a surface level abandoned mine shaft, which I quickly ditched because I knew it was going to end up sidetracking me, and then realized I just found one of my objectives was to craft a dark oak wood boat. So I found another part of the mine shaft which had dark oak wood and was able to craft it. So now I got myself a boat. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it? Almost immediately after crafting that boat, I found a minecart in a chest, which contained a powered rail, which ultimately was an extremely lucky find. I did die to a creeper moments later, but let's not talk about that. No. And to add more salt to the wound, while I was dying, Neon was able to craft an iron axe, allowing him to score another point, which is just icing on the cake. After that loss, I needed a win, so I decided to craft a barrel, which I accidentally revealed to Neon earlier, and
it was mainly because
it allowed me to score an easy point. I just got the easiest one. After finding my third village in this whole endeavor, I managed to get a bell, scoring myself another point. I then made a comment at the time that I thought was truthful, but looking back at it now, it was nowhere near the truth.
We were pressing all the wrong buttons.
This is really close.
It is not really close. You're destroying me. What are you talking about?
So I was so focused on winning and getting objectives that I did not realize I was in the lead by 7 points. And I realized that almost immediately after I said it. So I made up a stupid lie to catch myself. So sorry, Neon. Game 1 ended with a score of 9-2, winning me my first round. Game 2. Game 2 starts off with probably the luckiest spawn I could have wished for. I started off in a birch biome, and he gave me so many opportunities to get points right off the bat. I immediately started to get to work, and my first objective I got was a birch door. Immediately followed, I got a birch sapling and then charcoal. Within a minute and 30 seconds, I had already completed 3 objectives. Smalling's got nothing on me. Not long after, I managed to get polished dorite, turning the score to 4-0 within the first 2 minutes. I decided to go into the mines after collecting the dorite objective, hoping that gamble will pay off in the end. I then raced to get the iron boots objective, which was quite a worry for me because I was concerned he went mining again. After that, I crafted an armor stand, winning me another objective. I then decided to venture on into the cave, where I hoped that I would be able to complete more objectives. I then died and thought to myself it would be impossible for me to complete any more golds, since all the ones that I thought were the best bet to get were underground. Not long after I died, I realized what Neon was doing. He scored 2 points back to back. Luckily, I was able to craft a leather chestplate, winning me another point. It did take a while, but a point is a point. But then I noticed out of the corner of my eye a flower that allows us to score another point and sets us up for another objective. On my way to get ink sacks, I killed a chicken, allowing me to get a feather, and I got 2 points back to back. I then got a rose, which allowed me to craft purple dye, and I thought that I could score 13 objectives in 20 minutes. I then crafted a flower pot, which put me 1 away from a majority win. And then time was up. At the end of the game, Neon got 3 objectives, and I didn't even notice him getting a bell from a village. After round 2, I had technically won this challenge, but it didn't feel right. I wasn't going up against Neon at 100%. I wanted to beat him at something when he was at his best. For those who do not know Neon, he is my closest friend. And in all honesty, someone I look up to almost every single day. His art skills are extraordinary, almost fearless in everything he does. He's an excellent gamer and content creator. For the last couple of years, I've always wanted to play against him and beat him at his best. He's not just my closest friend and an inspiration, but he's also a rival to me. I then offered him an opportunity to continue playing, so instead of doing a best of 3, we're going to be doing a best of 5. And I was hoping he would take it, which put me at risk at losing, but gave me an opportunity to see what he was really made of. And luckily, he took my offer. Game 3. We began in a desert for round 3, which realistically was the worst place for us to start. The main reason for that being is because most of this board's best biome is a snow biome. We began with my first point by finding a squid in water, which I thought, okay, I got 1 point. I thought during the challenge, okay, I got a point. That's the only point I'm going to score during this round because I'm not going to find an area that I need to go. And I got extraordinarily lucky, finding my second objective. And after traveling hundreds of blocks away, I found a desert village, which didn't really help at all. I then found another village and was able to get my third objective. I got the steak objective and then hit the jackpot. I managed to find enough iron and armor to get me 2 objectives and almost a full set of iron armor. With 5 points on the board, I had finally gotten my confidence back. Then Neon somehow got one of the hardest objectives, and I was like, what's going on? I was thinking God wanted me to suffer for like 10 minutes, and I was lucky enough though to find an acacia biome, which managed to help me get a sapling, scoring point number 6. I decided to go into the mines because I thought that would be my best way to win some points. And for some reason, I was in massive fear of losing this challenge. This was mainly because Neon managed to score the gunpowder objective and make a diamond shovel with his diamond. I found an abandoned mine shaft, which really screwed me over. I died to cave spiders, sending me to the surface during the middle of the night in the middle of the desert. I would proceed to struggle to get a spider eye for the next 7 minutes. And it was really funny because Neon was going for the spider eye as well. Just like that, Game 3 came to a close, and I had finished the worst 20 minutes of my life. We finished the challenge with a score of 3-0, with me winning 3 rounds and Neon winning none. And I wish we got a round where I was in fear of losing with the actual risk of losing, because throughout this entire video, I was shit-faced scared of losing with no actual reason to be scared. With all that being said, I have nothing else to talk about, so let's roll the outro card. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to watch another video, click the video on the left. That's a video on my One Justice 2. And if you want to subscribe, click the button on the right. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Peace!